Hello and welcome to this edition of Salima Speaks. Today I have an amazing Frenchman on here. His name is Saba. He's an actor, producer, director, and he has a wonderful show. We're going to talk about that later, but here's the amazing Saba. And he's gorgeous. Isn't he gorgeous? So Saba, you're a Frenchman.
Yes,
you were born in France?
Yes, I was born in south of France.
Okay.
And I was raised there for a long time.
Okay.
And I moved to America when I was 24.
Did you? Tell me a little bit about France. Now, of course, everybody always hears about Paris. Were you near Paris or?
No, so Paris is north, and
Okay.
where I was born is definitely the Provence. You know what we hear.
Provence.
It's like lavender fields and tomato fields.
Oh,
and
wow, I love
vineyards
lavenders. Wow.
And the beach
Okay.
also. I was raised in, it's a small city, and it's very similar to Philadelphia, in fact, but in the sense that it's actually an old city.
Okay.
I mean, in America, Philadelphia is actually an old city.
Right.
So Nîmes is actually a very old city because it's Roman. It has a Colosseum, like in Rome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a beautiful city, but it's essentially a city of poor people.
Really?
It's
Okay.
workers, you know. It's the people who live there work in factories. They work in the winemaking and things like this. And so I was raised there until I was, I believe, 16 about.
Okay, and see, we don't hear about the everyday person in Paris. We hear about the movie stars
Yeah.
and the rich people and the things like that, but you were actually in the town where they were actually workers.
Oh yeah, well actually, it's funny because I am a minority here in America because one, I'm a foreigner, two, I'm gay, so that's twice minority. But when I was a kid, when I was like 6, 7, I lived in a project.
Okay.
And I was the only white kid in my whole tower.
Really? Now how did that work out? Wow.
And that worked out really well because, you know what's funny? I mean, let me think, when we moved in that project, I was probably, I was 6. It's after my mother passed when I was 5.
Oh.
And we moved to a project because it was, of course, cheaper and my father could not afford anything. And when we arrived, I became best friend with this girl. Her name was Nassima.
Okay.
And, you know, when you're at that age, you don't question, you don't ask, you know, you don't think, oh, you're different. You know?
Right.
You just think, you know, do you like me? Yeah, I like you too. Okay, we're friends. You know, that's
Okay,
all.
exactly.
And so for all my friends, you know, were always, you know, first they were, as I call them, caramel.
Okay.
You know, they had like a similar color that
Okay.
you have. And then I had, you know, black friends that were more like from, you know, Senegal, you know, from Africa, but they moved to France.
So at that time, a lot of Africans did move to France?
Yeah, well, I was born in the 70s, so
Okay.
during the 70s, we had a lot of immigration from Africa
Oh,
because
really?
they had, you know, civil wars in Africa, so
Right.
anytime they could, they had people coming to south of France and live there. So, yeah, I was in the project, and it was a poor neighborhood, but we all had a wonderful time. And already at that age, I loved, you know, pretending to be.
Really?
I think it's the whole thing about being poor. We always
Right.
pretended, you know, like, that we were rich.
Rich, exactly.
You know, we
Okay.
didn't know what rich meant.
Okay.
For us, it meant like, you know, to have money, I guess, but we don't even know. We just played games that were like, you know, okay, now I'm a king and you're the queen. You know, that.
Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
You know, that's the kind of game we did when we were kids. So already I was in the acting, you know, process, you know,
Right.
trying to like be someone that I wasn't. I was not ashamed to be poor. I just had dreams that somehow didn't fit
Okay.
the life I had.
Right.
And that's
So you
why,
wanted more.
yeah,
Okay.
that's why I moved later on. I mean, it took me a while to move, you know, but I moved towards things that allowed me to live better. I worked really hard. I started my first jobs while I was in school. I was 13. I was working every weekend to make money, to be able to afford things that I wanted.
Okay.
It wasn't so much because I wanted to, you know, like, oh, I want to have an iPhone. I mean, that didn't exist back then, you know.
Right.
But it was like, I mean, I started to have friends that, you know, came from wealthy families.
Right.
And what I wasn't jealous, but I just wished I had something that was nice, you know.
So you want to buy nicer clothes? I would
Yeah.
imagine finer things.
Yeah, things like that.
Okay.
And I would have loved to be able to say, oh yeah, I went in Greece for vacation. You know, no.
Oh, okay.
You know, we didn't
Right.
have vacation. Forget it. You know.
Right.
For my birthdays, it's barely if anybody like said happy birthday to me. Sometimes I even forgot it was my birthday. I mean, you know, the day when I was like, wait, oh, I think it was my birthday last week. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weird childhood, but I think this is why I am who I am today.
Okay.
You know, I believe that instead of fighting who you are, you know, and trying to be who you are not, pretty much, because that's what I hear a lot. People say, oh, I wish I was, I wish I was. But I feel the first thing is we should embrace who we are.
Right.
In my case, I was a poor kid, you know, I didn't know much. I thought, well, that's who I am. There's got to be something out there for me,
Right.
you know. And that's how I, little by little, you know, found new things. And then I moved to the French Riviera,
Wow.
which was like crazy, you know, because that's when I came out.
And that's when people, I mean, that's what a lot of people hear about the French Riviera.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So, I mean, the French Riviera is like this weird place because you have like what I call the front part and then you have the back part.
Okay.
It's like, you know, it's like if you go in South America, like in Rio, in Brazil, same thing. You have like the beautiful beaches and then you go 2 streets, you know, in the city and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going back to the beach. Right?
Okay, that's like that.
Yeah, so in the French Riviera, that's a little bit what happened. I went there when I was I think I was 15 the first time. I was doing an internship. Always try to fill my summers with internships. I've done, I don't even know how many internships. I wanted to try everything. So I went to the French Riviera, I was 15, and I thought, wow, this is a great place. And then I started to see that people who lived there were not rich people.
Right.
It was
Wow.
mainly like the stars and the tourists
Right,
that go there.
right.
Yeah, those are crazy rich.
Exactly.
But the people that lived there, in fact, they were very similar to where I came from. I was like, oh yeah, they're kind of like peasants. You know? That was like
so
my
you could
first
relate
feeling.
to them
Yeah,
more.
so I got, you know, the first time I went, I was a little scared, but then when I saw that people were like normal,
Right.
because you know, you make like this, you have an idea of like what it's going to be.
Right.
I thought, well, that's actually nice. So I went back every year doing different internships. Every year, when I had the internship applications came, the first thing I did is like, I have to find something in the French Riviera.
Okay.
Because I wasn't moving there yet.
Right.
I living there. I moved there later.
Now you said internships. What exactly did you do?
Well, I was studying horticulture.
Okay.
So anything about flowers, trees, you know, and all that
okay.
for 8 years. And so every year I had to do an internship somewhere, and I always found the greatest companies, you know, in the French Riviera. And that's also when I started dancing. I started dancing when I was 16.
Okay.
And essentially to lose weight and be in a better shape.
Okay.
Because I had an accident and, you know, I was not in a great shape. And dance basically started to help me get better. You know, I found like a better self-confidence, you know. I needed that.
I think that we all do. Now you mentioned a couple of times that you are gay.
Yep.
All the good, cute ones are. You know, I mean, oh my God. And he is like so affectionate. I mean, come on now. So now tell me about that, you know. And I always wondered, and I thank you for allowing me to talk to you about everything. When did you think that you were gay? Or when did you find out that you had these tendencies?
So, ever since I remember, I knew.
Really?
Oh yeah. I knew.
So wait a minute, so you weren't attracted to women,
No.
ever?
This is the thing. I love women. Absolutely.
And we
adore
love
women.
you. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's so affectionate and everything. Because we took a picture on Facebook and everybody was saying, I know that you that guy got something going on. I was like, I wish, but now.
Well, I love women and I had girlfriends
Okay.
because, as I said, being in a small town, I knew that I was attracted to men, but I did not know men that were attracted to men.
Oh, okay.
So
So did you think something was wrong with you?
I never thought that because, I mean, we never talked about that really
Okay.
with anybody that I knew, but I wish I knew someone like me.
Okay.
You know, so I hang out with girls, and I did what every other boy did. You know, we went to like parties, and then I was like always the first to kiss the girls. You know, I mean, I did all the things like this. I had girlfriends for years. I had, and then but when puberty hit me, I started thinking, this whole girl thing is not really working for me. And
so you were intimate with girls.
yeah,
Okay.
and but the thing is, like, it wasn't a lot of fun. I'm sorry to say. I mean, it wasn't a lot of fun for me.
Okay.
Though
Was it fun
I
for
must
them,
say,
though?
I think it was.
Okay.
Though I must say, up until today, I can tell you, if I see a beautiful girl, I look at her. I mean, I'm like, that's nice. It's like looking at, I don't know, a beautiful cake. To me, it's like I want it, but.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not gay at all, and I do look at beautiful women also.
Exactly.
And I even say you are so pretty.
That's it.
So I can understand that.
I mean, I think if you let your channels open, you should be able to appreciate someone beautiful.
Right, exactly.
And the thing also is, it's not so much like the outside. It's like if a person is beautiful, that person is beautiful inside,
Right.
And that is something that is very attractive to me. So
Okay.
I have girlfriends, and then finally when I said, I was like, let's see, 20 when I moved to the French Riviera, moved like for real, took everything, drove there, and everything I had fit in my car, so I didn't have much,
Okay.
And I moved to the French Riviera, and then I thought, well, I have to stop lying to myself. Because the thing is, like, I knew, I felt that I was attracted to men, but I wasn't going with it.
Okay.
And so I went to a gay club, my first time in a gay club.
How old were you?
I was like 20,
Okay.
20 and a half, something. And I was thinking, yeah, I don't know, this is a little bit crazy to me, Because I was like, drag queens, not my thing,
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry to say, I like men who are men. I don't like men who are not men.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if I want a man dressed as a girl, I'd go with a girl.
Right. Exactly.
So I go to this club, and then I see this guy, and then we hit off, and then that was my first experience. And honestly, that was the best thing for myself, because coming out allowed me to actually really embrace who I am. The artist that I am today, if I write scripts like Sherry's Kitchen, the web series I wrote and where I play a woman, the reason I was able to write this and play a woman in the strictly pure like sense of playing a woman and not a drag queen,
Right.
is because I know who I am, I know what my sexuality is, and I have no problem.
What made you decide to do Sherry's Kitchen?
So I came here in America in 1996 as a professional dancer.
Okay.
So while I did this, I sort of put the acting on the back burner.
Okay.
Then in 2005, I thought, I'm retiring from the dance world. I want to go back to acting.
Okay.
2005, retirement, and then I start to audition, send my resume, headshot, to all sort of casting. And I get roles, non-union, and then nothing, and I got really bored. I was like, I cannot do this. I'm an actor. I want to act every day.
Right.
So one day, I had the opportunity to work at School of Visual Arts in New York City with Bill Hopkins, who's a wonderful acting and directing teacher.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
And he has become since, of course, one of my greatest friend and
Okay.
mentor,
Great.
because we've been working together for 6 years now.
Okay.
So Bill invited me to his class, and I really loved the whole acting process, and he had all these wonderful actors with him, And so these actors and I became friends. Of course, we met every week, And so in 2010, that was, 4 years later, I was looking at it, I was like, all these amazing actors, like, how come we don't work?
Right.
How come we're not on TV? I don't get it. So I said, I'm going to write something. I went home, sat down, like, I'm going to write something. I'm like, what am I going to write? So I thought, well, something that would require a lot of people. Oh, maybe a TV show, the story of a TV show. Maybe the star, I'm the star. And then I thought, maybe I'm a woman. I'm like, okay. I don't know why the idea came, honestly, but it came. And so I thought, yeah, I can play a woman. So I thought, her name is Sherry. Boom. And I started writing Sherry. So maybe she has a cooking show. Yeah, cooking show is great. Sherry's Kitchen, because everybody loves cooking shows.
Right.
I do. So then I think, oh, she needs an assistant. She needs a secretary. She needs to have kids. And long story short, I started writing episode after episode, and I wrote 20 episodes. I'm like,
wow.
I can't shoot 20 episodes. I need like $3 million.
Right.
So I thought, well, let me see what I can do. So I started to talk to people who knew other people, and they said, yeah, you can use my studio. Yeah, you can use this. So I bought a great camera. I bought a lot of things, and then long story short, we started shooting, and I decided, well, 5 episodes is actually a good number to say season 1 is for the internet. We shot in high definition, though. It's amazing quality.
It is amazing.
And so we shot the first season, and the reason I'm stopping is because I'm thinking, well, this is a good enough season to show people, and if someone is interested and wants us to continue, they can fund us, and then we'll continue shooting.
I certainly hope somebody does, because I love that show. I watch it over and over again.
Thank you.
I've told people about it, and honestly, everybody that I've told about, they watch it, they call me, I love Saba, and I love this show. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And you drive a motorcycle.
Yes.
Okay, so now you don't have the femininity of a gay person.
Yeah.
When I first met you, I was flirting with you. You were flirting back.
Yeah.
So you don't have that whole gay thing going on. But I remember we were looking at this guy, the guy that was working out, and I said, take your shirt off, and you said, yeah, take your shirt off. So then I looked, I said, are you gay? You was like, yeah. I was like, okay. We'll just be friends then.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. As I said before, when I was younger, I would look at guys like, yeah, I like this type of guy. When I was 9 years old, this big group of motorcycle guys crossed the town where I lived, and I was like, oh, that's what I want. 9 years old. Like, that's what I want to be.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I loved motorcycles forever. I have a picture of me when I was like 3.
Guy.
And the motorcycle.
Okay.
When I was like 3, I was like on the motorcycle of my father, pretending that I was right. And my mother took a picture. I have a great picture of that. It's really cute. Yeah, I mean, I ride a motorcycle. It's really my choice. I know it's dangerous and all that, but honestly, I'm kind of like thinking that it is dangerous, but everything is dangerous if you're not careful.
I was on a motorcycle one time. This guy he said, do you know what you're doing? I said, sure. Got on the bike. He jumped on behind me. Thank God he saved my life, because I didn't know what I was doing. That thing took off. We were going towards a brick wall, and I'm like, what to do? He said, turn. I couldn't turn. I froze. So in order for us not to hit the brick wall, he took his whole bike, his brand new bike, and crashed it on the ground so we wouldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't even that mad at me. Thank you, Grace. That was his name. Big tall guy named Grace. And ever since then, no motorcycles for me.
Yeah.
Because I am afraid. But maybe one day you can take me out.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Right,
and you have to say something to me in sexy French.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise, chérie?
Say it again.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise, chérie? All I said is I'm asking her what you want me to say.
Oh my God. But see, everything sounds so sexy when you say it like that.
Tu es très belle aujourd'hui.
Say it again.
Tu es très belle aujourd'hui.
Oh my
You're
God.
very beautiful today.
Thank you. So are you. So do you think that being gay is different when you're, because we think everything in like French people are to us kind of weird, and you guys, everything's kind of acceptable. So you think there's more acceptable there than here?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. As a gay person, the only time I've been to a gay pride is because I was there by accident.
Okay.
I was in Paris, and it happened to be the gay pride weekend. And I was like, okay, well, I'm here. So, but I have, to me, being gay, it's not really anything to be proud of. But it should not be something to be ashamed of.
Okay.
This is something that I make, a statement now, because I mean, I am gay, and there's nothing to be proud. I mean, are you proud to be straight?
I'm proud of whoever I am.
That's it. But I mean, you are.
But I know what
I
you're
mean. I mean, it's
so that's what I'm saying. Do the French people accept it more than we do?
I don't know. I mean, I think like anywhere else, you have bullies, you have people that are not nice.
Right.
To not be rude.
Right.
And I mean, I find that, equally in France or here, I traveled, around the world. There are people that are totally cool, people who are still think that, being gay is like a rebellion against life and society and all that. And
God,
it's really not.
things, yeah.
All it is, it's something that, you do in the privacy of your home, So what do you care how I have sex and who I have sex with?
Right.
You'll never have sex with me in the room. So, that's, I mean...
Oh, no.
But the bottom line is like, why would you care? I mean, to me, it's never something that I wonder. When I meet someone, I don't care. They can be gay or not. It's not important to me. It's not
Right.
what defines you,
Exactly.
I believe it's what you do that makes you who you are.
And
really.
the person that you are, you
Yeah.
know. And I really think, I used to have because I was raised in a Muslim household, and
Oh,
okay. But we loved everybody. It's weird. We loved we used to go to churches, and because we loved everybody,
Yeah.
And I think that, and I have so many good gay friends. My daughter, just all her friends are gay,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Of course, there are mean gay people too. Everybody that's gay is not
course.
nice. But I just think that you should live and let live.
Yeah.
I met you. You have this super personality. This warm, ingratiating personality.
Thank you.
You're gorgeous. Look at your smile. I'm gonna try to change you, but anyway. No, so I mean, do you have any friends or anything like you? I mean, that are straight. But it seems like now it's almost like an epidemic. You can see a fine guy, especially these muscle guys, and I can tell I have gaydar. I have excellent gaydar, and you could talk to them for a few minutes, and then I'm like, damn it.
Well, I have to tell you something about my company. My company is called Cloudy Sky Films.
Okay.
Cloudy Sky, well, I remember when I started incorporating the company, people say, why do you choose Cloudy Sky? Choose Blue Sky. I'm like, no, Cloudy Sky Films. They're like, why? I said, because, sometimes in life, you feel like you're crossing a desert and you're alone in that desert and the sun is hitting you and you feel lonely. And that cloud that is passing in front of the sun is going to be your only friend.
Wow.
That cloud is that one thing that will give you shade to survive, And I feel from the beginning of, when I started the company in 2010, to me, Cloudy Sky Films should be a platform for people who are different and embrace their differences.
Wow.
Okay. Whether it's sexual difference or or if they look different. I mean, if you look anything I produce, there's always every color, every language is possible, because that's what life is.
Right.
Life is eclectic. I mean, go walk in the woods. You'll see how crazy it is. Things, grow everywhere.
Right.
And that's what we are. I do not believe in segregation. I do not believe in separating communities to the point where we say this neighborhood is black, this neighborhood is Chinese, this neighborhood is white. I don't like that at all. I want to mix things. It's a lot more fun.
It is.
If we go on a party, to throw a party together, you're going to bring something to the table, and I'm going to bring something to the table.
Exactly.
So
what are you working on now? Are you working on anything now?
Actually I have to tell you, one of the movies that we shot last year called About a Week just won an award for Best Comedy Short Drama.
What's the name of it?
Comedy Drama Short, that's what it is.
What's the name of it?
It's called About a Week.
So
it's not released.
I love the way you talk.
It's not released. It's in the festival, and I'm getting an award mid-August, so I'm very excited about this.
Oh, I'm too. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's really good. And right now we're finishing editing Snow, our first feature film, the first one, and it's about
called Snow.
Snow.
Okay.
It's about a rock star, me,
Okay.
in confronting to drug addiction, fame, and. Basically, he meets this girl who's already pregnant, falls in love, marries her, raises the child as if it was his girl.
Wow.
And the dilemma is for the mother whether or not she should tell the daughter that he's not the real father. So that's what the movie is about. And
you play the man.
So I play the guy, and then I have this amazing...
And you're straight.
Oh yeah, I'm straight. in the movie. I play straight role because most people think I'm straight, so it's easier.
They really do.
Yeah, I mean, I have yet to be cast as the gay guy,
Right.
Oh, same with the French thing. No one cast me for French.
Really?
I don't know why. Well, I guess I don't have this accent like this. You know.
Okay, you don't have a strong French accent,
But I
but
have
you
one.
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I know.
So now, when do you act? Can you talk without using any accent at all? Because I know a lot of, like George Michael and some people from London, they can talk, well, like we talk without accent.
I could do it, but honestly, I'm myself.
Okay.
You know, if people don't like the way I talk, then they tell me, and I'll work on it, and I'll
Okay.
try to sound American.
Well,
but
I love the way you talk, and I
Thank
love
you.
you. You're a sweetheart, Saba, and I thank you so much for coming on my
Thank
show.
you for having me.
And I seriously hope that you do something with Sherry's Kitchen.
That would be awesome.
I really do, because it is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Salima.
And thank you so much for tuning into this edition of Salima Speaks. And don't forget, love yourself, love others, and don't forget to stretch. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.